Hello, FortiSOAR community. In this video, we'll see how to set up the Secure Message Exchange in mTLS mode. So mutual TLS mode, which is a provides a higher security than a regular username password authentication that we used to use before. All right, so the very first thing to do right after installing the Secure Message Exchange and going through the wizard, so we have an IP address, we have the all the required packages installed, and then we have the certificate for the Secure Message Exchange being generated. So we need to enable the mTLS by running the command cs admin mq and then mTLS enable. All right. So this would generate the required configuration for the Secure Message Exchange to support a key pair authentication in addition to the username passwords. Once this is done, we need to add the certificate, the newly generated certificate, to the certificate store, so it will be accepted by our Secure Message Exchange. And to do that, we'll use the same command, so csadmin mq trust store, and then we add our certificate, which is located so ca cert, and then we provide the path, which is opt siops configs, and then rabbitmq ssl siops ca, and then ca cert. All right, so this will add the certificate to the trust store, and then we'll be able to use all the certificates signed by the CA by the either the clients, the agent, or even FortiSOAR instance itself. So before we carry on, we will need to configure FortiSOAR in order to look up or resolve the host name of the Secure Message Exchange. Obviously, this wouldn't be required if we have been using DNS, an internal DNS so far. So let's connect to the FortiSOAR instance, right? And we will need to configure the host file by adding the IP address of our Secure Message Exchange. So our Secure Message Exchange is 54. So this is the IP address we should be adding right here. And then the host name is FortiSOAR SME, right? So now we are able to reach the device, and the work has been done on the FortiSOAR instance. Now, for FortiSOAR to connect to the Secure Message Exchange, since mTLS is enabled, the device itself, so FortiSOAR itself, has to provide a certificate to authenticate itself against the Secure Message Exchange. To do that, we need to generate a pair of keys. So we generate a certificate and a private key, specifically for the FortiSOAR instance to communicate with the SME, Secure Message Exchange. And to do that, it's cs okay, so cs admin mq client certificate, and then generate. We use a common name for this cert, which typically indicates or refers to the client from where we are connecting. In this case, it's FortiSOAR, so we'll call it FortiSOAR 35, and then we can use a target tier. Otherwise, it will just generate the certificates in the current tier. So let's hit enter. The certificates are generated in this directory, as you see, and then we'll have here the certificate itself, the private key, and then the default CA, which has signed this certificate. All right, so now we're good to go for the configuration on the web interface. So we go to settings and then secure message exchange. All right, so the name should be just like the host name of the secure message exchange. So in this case, I'm using FortiSOAR SME. Address will use the same thing, and then we just need to configure this as a host in the FortiSOAR device. We have the username and password of RabbitMQ, which has been configured during the configuration wizard of the secure message exchange. Well, that's not required in this case. It's required for when we use load balancers. So the port, we can use the default ports. That is 15671, and then the default, that's for the API, and then for the TCP port it's 5671, and then we need to use the CA. We need to paste here the CA which has signed the CA for the SME, and it's the same one which has signed the client certificate issued for FortiSOAR. So the CA is available right here, right? So you can copy this, then we just need to copy paste the certificate here, and after that we will have to copy the exchange event listener client cert. So the client certificate we have issued a few moments ago. All right, so that goes here. And just to remind you guys, this is mainly for FortiSOAR, which acts as a client in this side to authenticate itself against the secure message exchange. All right, and then we have the last part, which is the exchange event listener client key, and then the client key is in the same folder. So here's our key, right? And then we click save. Now it's very important to check the status, so not configured, give it some time. Now you can see the secure message exchange has been configured, and it's very important to check the status here to be configured. If you have any error, so you can first check what kind of error it is, and in most of the cases it's either connectivity between the FortiSOAR which is a client again in this case, and the secure message exchange, or it can be related to credentials. Maybe the credentials, the username password configured during the SME configuration wizard were not correct. You could test that actually by opening the SME or the RabbitMQ web interface, which is available 54. It's available on the API port. So basically 15671. And it's HTTPS. So if you have doubts, you can always double check the credentials through the web interface, right? So admin, and if it's correct, it should get you in the RabbitMQ web interface. That's it for now. So thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time.